The State Department says the U.S. is ready to hold new direct talks with Iran about the security situation in Iraq. Spokesman Sean McCormick says Iran must stop supporting sectarian militias that are exacerbating tensions in Iraq. No date has been set for the talks, which would take place in Baghdad. But Iran's foreign minister said his country is willing to come if the U.S. makes such a request. At the same time, some Israelis are talking about placing sanctions on Iran to deter the country from further efforts to develop a nuclear weapon. And they say if you really want to hit Iranians hard, put an embargo on their oil imports. Correspondent Rena Nanan reports.
Iran's disdain for the United States and the Western world is no secret, and neither is its desire to gain a nuclear weapon.
Iran is on its way to acquire a nuclear weapon. It can be in 2010, maybe 2013, but it's quite soon. In terms of our life, it's quite soon.
Former Israeli Deputy Defense Minister Ephraim Sneh believes the best option for stopping Iran's nuclear independence is imposing sanctions.
If will be real sanctions, effective sanctions, of course, it will have tremendous effect. It will bring about the economic collapse of the regime. Less trade, less investments.
Sneh says specific sanctions against Iran's oil imports could have a damaging effect on the economy, especially since 50% of its oil is imported, and the country has a shortage of refineries. In June, the Iranian government imposed its own gasoline restrictions, limiting consumption to 30 gallons per family per month. As these photos show, that led to riots and gas stations being torched.
These sanctions are working because it's a homegrown sanction, because it's sanctions imposed by the Iranian government itself. Iranian people cannot blame Washington or London.
Mayor Javedanfar left Iran in the late 1980s. He admits even internal gas restrictions aren't enough to turn Iranians against their president.
I think that the chances of a revolution in Iran are very low, very low. People are very unhappy, but there is no alternative. Who are they going to revolt for? Who are they going to take a bullet for?
30 years ago, before the mullahs took control in Tehran, Israel was Iran's ally and helped train and equip Iran's military. Now Israel is Iran's #1 enemy, and it stands to be the first to lose if Iran becomes nuclear. After all, President Ahmadinejad has called for Israel to be wiped off the map. And if sanctions aren't effective, Israel hasn't ruled out a military strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. In Jerusalem, Rena Nanan, Fox News.